Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to this sixth education session of District 105, which is spearheaded by Division H and the program quality team of District 105, Region 11. And this program is all about our DTM journey. Let me admit that I took 10 years to complete my DTM journey and get that DTM badge. Somebody else would have done it in 2 years or 3 years. It is not the amount of time each one of us took, but it is the fervor, that passion with which we have embarked on this expedition and gained that title of a DTM. Somebody would have run a marathon. Somebody would have been on a 100-meter or 400-meter chase run. But both are athletes, and both of them have ran that from their heart. So this is a very, very happening journey of being a DTM. A lot of things at the end of which you become a great communicator and a good leader. Option is yours if you go through the right channel. Today we have got an expert to tell us on how to do it and who is going to decode it. When this particular session was planned, one Toastmaster, who was the Division H director, came forward and said that I want to do this. And she, along with her wonderful team, executed, planned, and made sure that it is executed without any hassles. And she is a teacher by profession, one of the most brilliant area directors that we had last year. And this year, she has promised herself to take Division H to newer heights. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Ann Thomas to take us through this session of decoding the DTM journey. Toastmaster Ann, the stage is all yours. Over to you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster, Program Quality Director, 𝐰𝐲𝐢 Victor. Thank you so much. District 105, esteemed district officials, our revered trainer, distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali, enthusiastic Toastmasters and honored guests. Good evening. It gives me immense pleasure as the Division H Director to be addressing this August gathering. An important milestone in the Toastmasters journey is to achieve the Distinguished Toastmaster status. As is pertinent to every achievement, every goal comes with focus and dedicated efforts invested in that direction. Distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali is here to do just that. In the course of a session, he will take us through the criteria and requirements in achieving the status. The session will definitely benefit each one of us seeking to achieve the enviable DTM status. The education session, Decoding the DTM Journey, conducted by Division H in association with the District 105 Program Quality Team, promises to be a riveting one and is sure to be beneficial to all gathered here. It's time now to introduce the facilitator for the session. He has been a Toastmaster since 2020 and has served as the immediate past Area 17 Director. Apart from Toastmastering, he is also actively involved in cricket in Oman as an umpire and scorer. Put your hands together for our exuberant facilitator, Toastmaster Kapil Venkatachalam.
Thank you, Division H Director, Toastmaster Ann Thomas. if I have to introduce distinguished Toastmaster 𝐼𝐨𝐵𝐷𝐷, it may be more than 2 sessions, but to present something in a capsule. He is an educator, an entrepreneur, a certified parliamentarian by National Associations of Parliamentarians. He has served as the district director for the largest district in the world till date for 7 countries in the Middle East, including nearly 367 clubs and 88 areas. In the current District 20 structure, he has served as the first international director and region advisor for Middle East, Africa, and Pakistan. This is just the small capsule that I can present for you about our trainer, Distinguished Toastmaster 𝐼𝐴 𝐶𝐵𝐻 Ali. Distinguished Toastmaster 𝐼𝐴 𝐶𝐵𝐻 Ali, the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, our facilitator. That was an amazing beginning. And District Program Quality Director Saiju, Division H Director, and past and current district leaders. I see so many of them, friends and friends of my friends. A very good evening to everybody, to my District 105 family and beyond. I see some have joined even out of District 105. It's all about numbers. We used to be one district once upon a time. But it's so true that as we grow, we split, and that's what happened to us. So it's not a surprise. I'm just going to rearrange my screen so I can see everything in front of me, the chat. Yeah. So friends, there are few ways of finishing your DTM. When our PQD was talking about the DTM, it took 10 years. It took me 9.5, 10 years approximately for my first DTM. For my second DTM, I took around 8 years. And I actually started my DTM journey, and I was going to achieve my second DTM in the legacy program, which some of you might not be knowing about and some of you will be knowing about. But then I got an advice that since I'm the region advisor at that time, why not go for change everything and start working on the Pathways program? That's the latest and the current program. And I changed my plan. I just dropped what I was doing. I started my journey in the Pathways, and nothing goes to waste because it's anyway all about experience, right? So I got that experience from the legacy twice, and then in Pathways, I filed my second DTM. And this was just before I filed for the board of Toastmasters International. And I'm working on my third DTM now. Every time we do it, it's definitely a new experience. Decode your journey to DTM. Yes, when the PQD discussed this subject with me, I thought how important or relevant this will be. As I went through understanding what should I share with everybody, everything started to be more relevant. It started to make more sense. You see, when we join a program with a bachelor's or master's degree or a PhD program or any certification, we should have the outline. We go to the college or the university and we tell them, give us an outline and we want to know where we would be 4 or 5 years from now, and what will be the learning objectives and the learning outputs. But do we do that for our DTM journey when we join Toastmasters? Well, maybe not immediately, maybe after 3 months of joining Toastmasters program or 6 months, then we can come and discuss with our VP Education, Vice President of Education, with our mentors. What's the outline for my DTM journey? Where do I end up? And that's what we are going to discuss or share our thoughts about today. Well, like every certification, there are personal and professional benefits. Sometimes the weighing scale is more on one side, and it could be more personal or more professional. So in the chat, who can tell me what could be possible personal benefits of getting or becoming a distinguished Toastmaster? What would be personal benefits? Or if you are already a DTM, what personal transformation did you achieve from becoming a DTM? Okay, great recognition. I can see that in the chat. Good. Okay, just any, at least one more, just to, in the interest of time. Confidence level has increased. Awesome. Okay, great. Experience, achieving a goal to strengthen existing relation, confidence, respect. Let's have a look here. It's very close. Confidence, personal growth, networking, recognition, and the list goes on. Someone even wrote patience, and I believe that. Greater self-confidence for sure. Develop communication skills. So the list goes on for personal benefits. I have a few of them in the screen, and I'm happy that it's matching. The networking part is equally true, because I know many industrialists, many corporate employees, they join for networking also, and that's totally fine. You remember the LinkedIn, when LinkedIn came up, we all were like, we are happy with Facebook. We are okay with other platforms. Why do we need a new one? But LinkedIn has its own charm. It's for professional connections. It's to boost about your certifications, your milestones in the company you work in, your graduation experience. So networking is a very important element. And then let's talk about professional benefits. What do you think about professional benefits? By the way, I see the word policy also. Well, yes, probably it will fit more in the professional side. What professional benefits have you earned from DTM? Could anybody share a few words, please? Professional networking, excellent. Goal setting, marketing, politics. Okay, yeah. I have learned a lot about politics in Toastmasters, and that's very good, right? There's no problem. In some part of the world, we are not used to elections. In Toastmasters, we are. So we learn something about elections. We learn about campaigning. We learn about clean politics. Fine. We learn about making campaign teams and how to manage a campaign team. It's like in real life, when you're running for a seat, your campaign members are paid. In Toastmasters, you don't pay them. So how do you control that team? How do you convince someone, can you join my campaign team and spread some good words about? So definitely that's a benefit. Negotiation, mentoring, different personality always get opportunity to speak, type of characters, leadership, confidence, highest qualification, different personality. Let's see what I have in store. So these are some things which I picked during my research. And it is so matching with what you have put. Definitely, maybe time management was missed out. Meeting facilitation was missed out. But for example, we have a facilitator today. And what he is doing today, our facilitator is a project in Pathways, managing online meetings, and it could be credited. So the beauty about Pathways is nothing goes to waste as much as possible. Most of the things what you do in Toastmasters can be credited in Pathways if we understand the program that well. So we have leadership development, improved communication, career advancement, networking, meeting facilitation, effective time management, and global recognition. Now let's move to the requirements of DTM. I didn't want to keep this as a suspense because most of us know about this. Yes, you are right, Nada, exposed to many personalities and professional advice by DTM Murli and different personality by CGT Sihan. I already touched the highest qualification by Toastmaster Ansari. Now, what you see on the screen is well known to us. These are the requirements. But sometimes walking this journey is quite different than just looking at it on a piece of paper or reading it from website, because the truth is kind of different when you walk the journey. There are hidden details which you, not hidden details, there are details which you will have to live and survive from. I cannot become a DTM if I'm all introvert, right? I have to go out of the box and mingle with the world. So DTM actually transforms you as a whole different person in a very nice way. I cannot say I want to be a DTM without helping or serving others. So the program is so robust that it demands us to go out of our comfort zone. I'll just read the keywords. 2 learning paths. We have to serve as a club officer. We have to serve as a district leader. We have a choice. We can become a mentor of a club or a coach. We have a choice again. We become a sponsor or conduct a speechcraft or a youth leadership program. If I'm a school teacher, I would maybe go for a youth leadership program, but it's not a must. If I'm a school teacher and I want to become an adult education teacher, I want to teach at the university. So I'm going to challenge myself by going for speechcraft. And if I am very good teaching at the university level and I want to test my hands with kids, I will just go and conduct youth leadership program. So it just challenges us to do something and come out of our comfort zone. And of course, the last point is complete our DTM project. So moving forward, pathways. In the chat, how many paths do we have in the current Toastmasters International program? 11. How many levels do we have? 5. Awesome. In these 5 levels, approximately how many projects do we have? 14 projects. Okay, we have 15, 14 to 16. Which is the most favorite? 14, 15, 15. Okay, 14 is almost the right answer. Okay, as per my research, 14 is the right one. Out of 14, now pay attention, out of 14, how many are the required projects? So out of 14, we have required and we have electives. So how many are required projects? You cannot escape from them. You have to do that. Not 12, not 7. Any other guesses? Not 6. 10. Yes, 10 is the right answer. Anand, Kriti, yes. How many electives do we have? Naturally, if there are 14, we have 4 electives. In each level, how many projects do we have? From 1 to 4, 2 to 4, 6 to 7. Okay, you are in the range. Not 3 to 6, Normally, in each level, we have 2 to 4 projects. So just to summarize, 11 parts, 5 levels, 14 projects, 10 compulsory, 4 electives. Each level has 2 to 4 projects. Let's look at them. This is how it looks like. You can take a screenshot, of course, and we should know, as I said, the learning outcomes, the learning objectives, the outline of what we are doing. In the pandemic, while I was a region advisor, I had the opportunity to meet Toastmasters from across the world, especially in some countries. As a region advisor, when I used to be called to address an audience, I used to chat with them, and trust me, what we are paying for the Toastmasters program, for them it's a huge, big deal. They value the program so much that they do complete postmortem of pathways. So either it's easy pay for some of us and we don't value, or for some of them it's hard to pay that amount and they really value, or it depends on personal choices. As I said before, this is a very robust program. I'm a Toastmaster since 20 years, and I haven't seen any strong program as good as this in communication and leadership till date. And what we are paying is just peanuts. And what we are getting out of it, it's awesome. How many of you can tell me how many competencies we have in Toastmasters program approximately? 300 competencies, yes. And how many core competencies do we have? 5 core competencies. Great. So we are in safe hands with Toastmasters. Now, I kept this extra information not to create any disturbance in what you're doing. Do what you're doing, but just keep in mind, like in the university, they upgrade their syllabus. Somewhere next year, they will upgrade our platform as well. We'll have a better LMS system by the first half of 2024. The parts which you see on the screen now will be more on, there was a research done and a lot of survey came in, and then Toastmasters International felt these are the parts which corporates, many clubs, they purchase more than the others, and they are very much beneficial. So moving forward, in 1 or 2 years, these parts will be the ones available for newcomers. So what we are doing is fine, it will be there, but these are the most hot selling parts across the world today. And with the same amount what we are paying Toastmasters, which is price of few coffees, we are also going to get something added in 2024. We are going to get the Explorations program. And it is so good that this program itself is equal to probably 1 path. The 3 projects here are very industry-backed corporate type of projects. How to break a deal, selling stuff. There's so much into this. And you can read about it on Toastmasters website. Yes, even I'm eagerly waiting to join the Explorations. As I said, we have to come out of our introvert zone and we have to do something. It's not just the speeches. We have to serve. And without serving, we don't get our DTE. You see, in the college program, we need to do internship. Everybody remembers? If you go back to your college life, we had internship. You had to do some summer project. In pathways, we have to do some service at the club level. we have to serve for a total of 12 months. And when we serve for 12 months, we are eligible to say proudly, yes, we served at the club level. Now, some clubs, they meet, they have semi-annual elections. They elect semi-annually. So you serve 6 months as a VP education, for example, and then other 6 months you serve as a VP PR, you serve as a president, and that's okay. You just need to have a track record of serving 12 months. And once you get those 12 months in your record, you tick this box. After I finished my time at the board this August, I wanted to take a break. But guess what happened? I became vice president of education in 2 clubs. So that's the definition of our break. And why did I do that? So that I keep polishing my skills. I didn't just wanted to sit back and relax. It's like going to a gym. If you don't go 6 months, you don't expect your muscles to grow, right? It doesn't work that. It's a continuous process. So for me, as I always say in my keynotes, Toastmasters is a linguistic sport. We need to work out our speaking muscles, our leadership muscles. We take break, we forget. And that's the reason we need to serve. After club level, now we are all set and ready to fly to the district level. But before that, my bad, before that, when you serve at the club level, there is some documentation which is required, some training which is required, and that is your club success plan. Now, this document definitely approves that you contributed working in the club. Some people do ask me or ask leaders, what's the proof that I worked on the club success plan? Well, the proof is on your screen. And that's the proof to tell or inform Toastmasters International, yes, I worked on my club success plan and I must, or I am eligible to get the credit for it. So far, so clear? Friends, all good? Okay. So this is the evidence which you have for Toastmasters Club Success Plan. Going to officers training, we have to be trained. And at times, we as officers attend the training, but you see mistakes happen. Division directors have many clubs, and they might have some data entry gone wrong, which is fine. We all are human beings. And back in those days, one division used to have 18 to 20 clubs. So imagine the division director going in and putting all the data. So things can happen. But here, we as club officers also need to check. And this is the way to check. You can go to your club portal, and if you see all 7 out of 7, you are in good hands. But the moment you see 5, you see 4, and you feel, oh, something is not right here. All of us attended. You can always contact your area, your division director, your district PQD to check the records. We attended, but it's showing only 5 or 4. So these are some concrete evidences to file your training, your club success plan. It's basically decoding every stage possible, so you don't leave anything behind. And serious people who work in DTM, they have their own ways to check, cross-check where they are. Now let's move to the next part, which is district. So we are done with the club. Now we move to the district level. And here it is. So at the district level, what positions give you educational credit? Who can tell me that in the chat? Area, division, yes. No, I'm talking about the district leadership award. What positions you need to serve in the district to get that award? As a leader, district officer, not coach and mentor, area director. So can you break down district officer, not the sponsor? Okay, good. Sri Raman has written area director, division director, admin manager, district finance manager, and the trio, the DD, the PQD, and the CGD, plus the whole office, which is admin, finance, PR. Okay, DTM Murli has put this: AD, DD, PQD, CGD, division director, DFD, DAD. And what about the PRM? PRM is missing there. Okay, so these are the officers. Yes, great. These are the officers who help you get that credit to become a district leader, or when you are district leader, it gives you that educational credit. My question to you, serving as webmaster, will it give you an educational credit? No, great. Serving as logistics manager, will that give you an educational credit? No. And this confusion spreads at times. So clear out when they ask you this question or when they are appointed. The trio can clear this out, that there is no educational credit for all this. District parliamentarian, do we have an educational credit? No, we don't. Okay. Okay, someone said yes, it's a no, because parliamentarian does not get educational credit. Okay. So please don't forget, I'm going to show it on the screen anyway. Only these people get credit for serving in the district. But that does not mean you don't serve other roles. You need to serve for experience, right? Webmaster, a great experience. CGD team, PQD team, great experience. Someday when you become the PQD, you will not be new, you will be confident about it. And that's the reason you need to serve in these committees. So the reason why I put public relation manager as an elected role, you might be wondering, or some of us, because in some districts, they elect public relations manager also. In some districts, even the area directors have to go through nomination process. But in large districts, that's not possible. Okay, let's move to the next part. Now, this is very interesting. We are done with the service, and now we are going into other details. For example, coach or a mentor of a club, a size of a club, and we go in as their coach, which is kind of the last hope for the club. We go in with a survival kit to help them survive. We go in as a mentor for a new club. Since time is short, I'll be a little fast here. I see the green light. These are the conditions to qualify as a coach. If I'm a member of a club, and if I just take a break from my membership for 2 months and then want to become a coach of that club, it's not possible. So when you want to become a coach, try to study the nitty-gritty, how to become a coach. I have to take a break for 6 months to become a coach of that club, or choose a club that I don't know, make it more challenging. It's always fun to become a coach of a club. You don't have any idea about their culture, so you learn from them and they learn from your experience. there is a criteria where I need to be a member for at least 1 year to become a coach. Of course, if I'm just very new in Toastmasters, I might be a life coach, I might have many certifications, but I don't know much about the Toastmasters program. And that's why this rule is there. 1 year rule to become a coach. Of course, we are done with this. I saw some people, they are done, they delay filing their papers. Don't do that. You have a coach agreement form, get the appropriate signature from the district leaders and file it. Keep all the evidences so you don't have to run in the last minute. How do you confirm that you become a coach or you have done your job? When the club achieves its distinguished status. If it doesn't the first year, you can extend it for the next 2 years. Just like the college program, God forbid, someone fails 1 semester, they can go on to the next semester. If they fail twice, there is a problem. But in Toastmasters, they can be reappointed because there is no pass or fail in Toastmasters. Next part is the mentor. Now, this is a choice which we make either to serve as a coach or a mentor. Okay, yeah, I see that comment from CGDC Harm and 𝐃𝐓𝐌 𝐀𝐥𝐢. For a mentor, definitely either you have done something in the legacy program which is no longer there or in pathways. Now, here is one catch which I saw in our documents. It says you must have been a member for Toastmasters International at least 6 months. But in the coach booklet, in the mentor booklet, I didn't see that 6 months. But from various sources, I see 6 months is required. That's why I put a star next to it. There is another mentor program which is mentoring a prodigy or mentoring a club. So do check that in your Pathways Basecamp. There is an amazing mentor module there. You have to serve as a mentor for the next 6 months and you are eligible to file for your club mentor credit. And of course, the rule down says clearly, you must help the charter club with at least 20 members and achieve 5 distinguished club program goals by June 30 of its charter year. 6 months, yes. As I said, I see a comment by 𝐃𝐓𝐌 6 months. I put a star next to it because in the mentor booklet, I didn't see 6 months. And I didn't see 1 year either. So in my understanding, from a source, I saw 6 months and I went for 6 months because it makes sense. If I'm a new member, will I be a successful mentor, a club mentor? It's a big question mark, right? I just joined Toastmasters 3 months back and I'm going to mentor a new club. So it doesn't sound right. Okay. This is one snapshot of the it's not accepted by the club too. This is a snapshot of the core of the mentor form. Similarly, there is a coach agreement form on the website. And complete help is provided by the emails which you see on the website. When you send it to them, they reply back or they acknowledge your credit. Okay. I see some smiles. Reply back is sometimes slow, but it's okay. Remember, someone put in the chat, we learn patience while we are filing for DTM, so patience is part of it. I see the yellow light, so I'll be a little more faster. We have the club sponsor, we have the Speechcraft, we have the youth leadership program. We can choose any one of them. If we can't start a new club as a sponsor, fine, go do a Speechcraft. If we can't do a Speechcraft, do a youth leadership program. Just take a screenshot, friends, for the requirements. They're pretty simple, so there's no point decoding what's not needed to be decoded. It's quite understandable. So for club sponsor, you must have been a member of Toastmasters International for at least 6 months. And you must help the new club charter with at least 20 members and achieve 5 distinguished club program goals by June 30. So there are some nitty-gritty which you have to be sure about the club sponsorship agreement. So keep all these documents saved with you so you don't have to run around when you will file for your project. Moving to the speechcraft part. That's for the speechcraft. The conditions are almost the same. For those who did speechcraft probably 5 years back from now, there is a surprise for us that there is a speechcraft digital format. So that previous one is scrapped out. We have everything in the LMS in the Basecamp. You must recruit at least 5 participants for a 4, 6, or 8 session. Okay, so keep this. Now speechcraft alone can be a workshop. So I see some details on the finances. I'm not going to touch on that because there is a rule of speechcraft finances. We don't want to violate those financial rules because then we put ourselves in trouble with our organization policies. Same thing applies for youth leadership program, the finance policy. So it's not $10 per participant. Always, that's not the case. It depends on the expenses, but it shouldn't go, minimum. It shouldn't cross the membership fee of the revenue which is coming in the club. How many members are there? They are paying to Toastmasters. There is a formula which helps us know how much to charge. Okay. Now that's the youth leadership program which you see on the screen. And I have done youth leadership many times and I love working with those children. When they come out as leaders, they speak. It's awesome. A very silent child. And I always say, when you do youth leadership programs today, you are transforming children and they grow up and you see them after 10 to 15 years, you'll be proud of yourself. I know DTM Salar might have done few youth leadership program. I cannot see everybody on the screen, but I know the ones I trained, they are in college and they have a direction in life. It makes that kind of difference. And then when we are done with this, we can proudly go ahead and do our DTM project. Now, there is a confusion at times. Is DTM project the HPL project? No, it's not. Okay. DTM project is not the HPL project. Fine. It might have some attributes from the HPL, but it's not the HPL project. How to initiate? Members can receive access to DTM project on the Basecamp once they have finished one path, levels 1, 2, and 3. In the second path, which is different from the first path, and then their DTM project will show up on the Basecamp. If you have a problem, just reach out to the email which you see on the screen. These are some criteria for the DTM project. I see the red light, but can I just get 2-3 minutes more? Is that okay? Division Director and PQD. Okay, I see a thumbs up. I'll do it quick. So these are some details about the DTM project. Do not be in a rush. Make a project that you'll be proud of. Okay. You can talk about it in your 10 to 12 minute speech. Proudly, I've done this. Of course, I don't mean you have to climb Mount Everest, but something which you can brag about on your LinkedIn. I've done my DTM project on so-and-so subject. It doesn't have to be in Toastmasters. As you see, there was a common question asked to me a few times. Is youth leadership program or speechcraft a DTM? No, they are not. They are separate. But if you do something extra during that time while you are doing the youth leadership program, you do something extra, it can qualify if your guidance committee is okay with it. Okay, if organizers are fine with it, be honest with them. Fine, but that should make sense. Don't make that as a trend. So far, we don't encourage your youth leadership and speechcraft to become your DTM project, right? Then it's like cheating ourselves. This is what we get once we are done with the DTM. Some kind of recognition, award, we can expect official ones from Toastmasters International or from our district. Now, let me give you a sample here, a roadmap. If you start in December to work on your DTM, I created a simple roadmap. If you are a member of one club, which meets 24 times a year, and you have, let's say, 12 speaking slots, let's choose presentation mastery as your first path. This is how you can go about. So you can have some quarters done, term 1, term 2. I don't mean the Toastmasters term. You can make 3 months. December 2023 to Feb, I finish this. Then I finish this. Next part of the roadmap, I wanted to do some interactive session here, but since we don't have time. So term 3, term 4, you finish, you start in December 2023 till November 2024, you are already completing level 4. So discuss these with your Vice President of Education to work a roadmap, something similar to this, or your mentor or someone who has walked the journey. Do not be in a rush. I made a very simple one. Out of the 24 meetings, I made it 12 speaking slots. Do you know why I suggest that? So other 12, you need to serve the club. You need to become an evaluator, a table topic master, a GE, a timer. So it's a win-to-win situation. That's where you make the best use of your investment. And then you start with part 2 in December 2024. And by November 2025, you are completing level 4. And here you are ready to get your DTM in December 2025. Now, honestly, we as members don't work on such roadmaps. We need to do that. Do not wait to be elected. If you are not being elected, go and start a new club. Become a mentor, a coach, and that's totally fine. That's all from my side. Sorry, I took 2 to 3 minutes extra. And thank you for listening. Mr. Facilitator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ali, for sharing this great insight. It was wonderful. Now the floor is open for some questions. I see Toastmaster M. Ansari raising his hand for quite a long time. Toastmaster M. Ansari, please, you can put forward your question. Toastmaster M. Ansari from District 104, you had a question?
He's not available. You can continue.
Okay. Any more questions? You can post the questions in the chat also. Yes, distinguished Toastmaster Ali has given us a complete insight, but I'm sure there may be some questions which are still lingering in the mind. And like always, my English teacher used to say, no question is a stupid question. So please feel free to ask. Don't be shy. Yes, Toastmaster Anand.
Hello, good evening, everyone. DTM Ali, thank you so much for that presentation. It was really very insightful. I had a very basic question in terms of the paperwork which goes into this. Do you recommend doing it with every step you complete? Like, let's say you've served in the club XCOM for 12 months. So do you get the paperwork done immediately, or do you wait till you finish other requirements and then, send a bulk of whatever you have done throughout, including the DTM project?
That's a very good question. I would suggest keep all the evidences with you. Take the necessary, for example, sometimes I've seen people even saving the agendas where they spoke. You see, maybe you're a member of two clubs and the other VP education will be like, I didn't see you speaking that night. But you can say, I took your approval and I spoke in other club. I just want to share my screen for just a minute. You see this, I've created this for every path. I got inspired from somebody's work, then I enhanced it. For every path, there is a roadmap like that. There is an Excel sheet. I do something, I put the date, I put the location. I put a tick at times when the VP education is informed about it. It's all the way till 11.5, which electives are done. So see at the bottom, there are different paths. All the paths are there in this Excel sheet. So you can create similar roadmap for you when you are done. So collect evidences and keep it. You don't have to be informed one headquarters at every stage if you don't need to, but just keep them safe.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So one more question has just popped up. One of the Toastmasters is asking, do we need to go through all the eligibility for the second DTM? All the eligibility process for the second DTM?
No, not like I have served in few leadership roles. I've just used 2 of them, but I have more in my cabinet. So once you serve as area director, it's enough for 2 parts, right? If you are starting a new DTM, then you can, if you serve as division director, you can use it then. So store as much as possible. You don't know when you'll use them.
Continuing with that, if there is an area director who has resigned after 2 months in term, and you come in as a replacement area director, how does that qualify?
Well, there is a rule that, though this is kind of out of scope of our decode, but since we are asking, you can make that change before September 30th. If it happens after that, you are replaced after that, then there's no point. It will be more like a voluntary service.
Thank you, sir. We have distinguished Toastmaster Shekhar Tiwari.
Hi, thank you. First of all, I'm thankful to DTM Ali Sabaj Ali for presenting this wonderful workshop. Thank you so much, sir. My question, actually, it is not a question. What I'm exactly suffering this time, I'm just in a very critical situation. To means I'm struggling to make one person DTM since last 2 years. What happened exactly? He completed his area directorship in area district 104, and then he submitted by mistake. Somebody guided him something, so he got ALS and used that one. So that time DTM was not able, means it was closed almost from the old pattern. So someone, I don't know how he was inspired by with whom, but he applied and he used that area director's leadership role for that ALS. Then finally this year, we encourage him to be the part of do the club coach and make the club distinguished in District 79. So what he did exactly, he did the same, but one thing missed in that again. To encourage our members, he became the member of that club at the end, and he missed the chance. So from the TMI, it was clearly mentioned that he cannot. So since 3 years, he's struggling for DTM award. So is there any possibility we can just make them make them understand that please, for the leadership, don't demotivate the people and just do something, because he did everything, but he missed that some point. So is it any possibility, means TMI is that much means they can think about the member or not? That's what my question.
Thanks a lot, Shekhar. And we had a fun time in Bahamas for sure. So as I said in the beginning, that can we go to the university and tell them, I dropped out in my first year and you have to count it. You know, in the university, we have something called as withdrawn officially. So we have to give that due respect even to Toastmasters program. And that's why we need more such workshops which our PQD and Division H director came up. If we don't know what we are doing, how can we call ourselves DTM at the end? An area director doesn't know what to file, when to file, then how is that person an accomplished area director? A person who's coaching a club should know when to become a member of that club, right? I mean, joining the club was a mistake. That means he or she didn't do their homework. So for me personally, they don't deserve that credit. At this time, mistakes happen, but better luck next time. Read and perform. Toastmasters International would not diminish their value. Do you all remember when they gave the district coach credit? The coach credit for as a district leader? And that was a very big flexibility from their side. But we can't continue that always, right? We are killing our value of our program. So please inform that gentleman, go ahead and read more and prepare better next time. And you can share this workshop with him.
Yeah. That's means I was just searching the options. Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay. Tell him it's not the end of the world. We all make mistakes. I chartered more than 20 clubs, but I gave the sponsor and mentorship to others. So now when I need, I don't have them. You see, so I did that mistake.
Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful questions. But we are at the end of the session. So the questions can be shared with us, and we will forward it to Distinguished Toastmaster Ali and get his response as soon as possible and share it back with you. I now hand over to our Division H Director, Toastmaster Ann Thomas. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kapil. A thankful heart opens our eyes to a multitude of blessings that continually surround us. District 105, esteemed district officials, most respected Distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali, enthusiastic Toastmasters from across various districts, and honored guests. Today's educative session was truly a blessing to each one of us gathered here. It was a fantastic eye-opener, and the trainer, Distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali, threw light on this topic, which had ambiguity and several doubts in the minds of many members of the Toastmasters fraternity. It gives me immense pleasure to be proposing the vote of thanks on behalf of the entire team of the District 105 Program Quality Team and Division H. Sincere gratitude to our most revered trainer, Distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali, for having consented to conduct such a productive session on the nuances of achieving the much respected DTM status. DTM Ali, your session was indeed impeccable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
This session would not have been possible without its splendid facilitator, Toastmaster Kapil Venkatachalu, who held the session together with his cheer and presence of mind. Thank you, Toastmaster Kapil. The role players for such online sessions play a crucial role in the smooth conduct of the same. Allow me to express my sincere gratitude to our highly efficient Zoom Master, Toastmaster Manikandan Rajagopal, and backup Zoom Master, Toastmaster Godson Verghese. Another man behind the scene, our sincere timer, Toastmaster Govindaswamy, who has diligently been keeping track of the time. At this point, it gives me immense pleasure to thank every member of the Division H XCOM team who has been a source of great support and contributed to the success of this education session. This event owes its success to the immaculate planning and superb execution by the District 105 Program Quality Team, spearheaded by its visionary leader, distinguished Toastmaster 𝐶𝐲 Victor. I extend my sincere gratitude to the District Program Quality Team, District 105. Last, but definitely not the least, a big thank you to each one of you who attended this wonderful session. Your presence was truly invaluable. Thank you.